It's Week 11 of the National Football League, and we'll get a look at Joe Burrow. He's your top dog in the league this season, ranking first in passing yards. It's the Bengals and the Chargers coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the LA Chargers. Hi everybody, Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we take a look at this Charger club entering play here. Things haven't gone exactly according to plan to this point, but boy, you and I down there with them before the game, they were fired up.
And they understand how important this game is. Win this one, they can start to think about a turnaround.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, they come into this one off a bit of a clunker last time out, a loss that ended their 5-game. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And a peek at a guy with a lot of experience. His 9th year now in the NFL under center.
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally, kept the ball clean, and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though, they trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Powell. And that is incomplete here.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
And the defense, they get to Howell. He'll go down here. Myles Murphy racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
They need 18 yards here on third down. And Howell will throw it. Pressure coming, and they got him once again. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up fourth down. On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the number 1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. They will throw on first down with Burrow. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. The Bengals at 7-3 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. This is the tight end fan. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to make it fourth down. The Bengals bring out their punter now. as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You talk about this Bengals defense.
And they come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd.
Here's Howell. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
And now at this point in the first half, you've got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a 1st down.
A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any...
And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Defensively well done to jar that free. I'll tell you what, though, offensively, he's got to be lucky after the catch and the fumble that didn't go too far away from him.
And the way the football is shaped, it's not built to bounce true, is it? It can score in any direction and move in any way. He was so lucky. Thank his lucky stars, he was able to get that one back.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries and even 60 yards and a touchdown.
Just an all-right day from him last week. He really didn't break out for the huge yardage he had hoped going in. I talked with him before the game, though, and he knows this is a new, fresh opportunity. He's put last week behind him, and his focus, getting some extra yardage with every carry he receives this week.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
Howell, he'll look to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moved.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
1st down, Howell to throw.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Now Howell.
And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Howell throwing on 3rd down here.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Howell able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Roughing the passer, defense.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. More from L.A. in a moment.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
The kick by Elliott is good, and the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead.
So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both of these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. Atkins.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
12 more yards there and another 1st down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And Burrow going to slide to the ground as he does pick up the 1st down.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble. They'll run on 1st down. It's Atkins, and he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated.
Touchdown! A great effort there, with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Bengals are able to answer the early 3 points and take a 1st quarter lead. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield in the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. That time a 6-play drive, and it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Chargers getting set to go. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. as they've got it 2nd down and 11. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to pull one over his head as this game progresses.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati set to take over once again. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Is that Woody
He would have
Hayes?
kept it on the ground.
Now it's Burrow. Open man is Higgins. And Higgins is going to have a Bengals 1st down as he's across midfield to the 48. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. That catch, by the way, ties him with Anquan Boldin all time. He's now at 1,076 career catches.
That number's staggering, isn't it? And to accumulate that many catches, you have to have played like Anquan Boldin with a fierce toughness and a ton of pride.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow 1st down. Over the middle, it's complete. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Again, it's Burrow. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now they go play action now. Burrow. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A 12-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to extend their lead. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Extra point right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. L.A. readies for its next possession. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now throwing on 1st down here. To the sideline and incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw, Howell. All right, rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, the last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Adkins. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a 1st down. That catch pulls him level all-time with Terrell Owens, who finished with 1,078 receptions. So now he's at 1,078 and rising. Burrow. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Now a toss here, short side. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to extend their lead. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time he had the speed to win that race.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Faking the handoff. Howell. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd and 9. Howell now to throw it. Brought in by Walford, right side. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
And, partner, when you run the ball on 3rd and 2, you're telling the whole world you've got nothing but confidence in your offensive line and your runner, and you expect to get it. But they were stuffed on that play, only got 1 yard. Great job by the defensive front, the linebackers, everyone got involved to force a 4th down.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. Now it's Burrow. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Atkins. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. More from L.A. in a moment. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And that'll be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Burrow's throw into the hands of Fant. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on 3rd down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
They'll go play action. Howell.
And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
His tremendous season passing the football, it continues, Charles. That last throw puts him over 4,000 yards now on the year.
And he's still got the rest of November and all of December still to play. So to me, 5,000 yards, very much in play.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow.
Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 35-yard line.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He finds his man, complete. That's Atkins.
And he's going to have the first down as they move into field goal range here at the 25-yard line.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
And he will find his man Chase, complete.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to second and goal. And Burrow going to throw again. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's third and goal.
Burrow will throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Noah Fant halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Bengals are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
No surprise there. Third and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the route is on here in this first half.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season going to be about 2/3 complete after this weekend, so lots to get to as we check out what's going on here in Week 11.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Bengal offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Here's Burrow. This pass complete to Higgins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
On first down, Atkins.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. It's 71 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And that's going to be caught downfield by Fant.
Cincinnati score. Noah Fant, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Bengals are pouring it on.
Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
And the defense, they get to Howell. He'll go down here.
The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down.
Throwing here, Howell. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And out will come the offense as they take over. Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
Now Burrow. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on third down.
Roughing the passer, defense.
So roughing the passer, and this is a unit, Charles. They hold their breath every time they see their quarterback go down and get hit like that.
Yeah, they understand how important these last couple of months are for this team. They can ill afford to have anything happen to him if they want to accomplish their goals.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Atkins, and not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
They'll keep it on the ground. Atkins.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 84 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
They'll run on first down. It's Atkins.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. Second down. From the 21, here's a 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Chargers.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. This throw caught right around the 6. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they can...
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Joe Burrow.
A 4-yard touchdown scamper.
And the Bengals just continue to roll.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away.
Taken at the goal line.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Howell. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Howell looking to throw again.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a 1st?
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And the Chargers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as strong running gets them to the 9-yard line.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. More from L.A. in a moment.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Now Howell.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Here's Howell.
And he's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. From 3 yards out.
And the Chargers are able to claw one back.
On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen. They see the blocks happen. They feel really good about their vision. And then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot.
Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10.
Burrow looking to pass. He finds his man complete. That's Atkins. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. Burrow on 3rd down. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. To the air again, Burrow. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Atkins. Now some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
At the 26-yard line.
Now it's Burrow. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Charger 16.
First down, Bengals.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And a quick throw here, that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2, first down marker at the 5-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
They give it off here to the tight end. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time, because let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bengals look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here, because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
So out come the Chargers.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Now 2nd and 5.
Second and 5 at the 32-yard line.
Howell, he'll look to throw it.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And Howell will throw it.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at their 48-yard line.
It's Howell with another throw.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. You know, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
Back to throw, Howell.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's second down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 44-yard line.
Howell down to throw it.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now Howell.
Looking left sideline, it's complete. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
Howell throwing on first down here.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Now a 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Howell out of the shotgun.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Now, fourth quarter is certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Howell. Touchdown, Chargers! From 8 yards out.
And the Chargers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Elliott good on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He is knocking on the door for 100 yards in this ball game.
And it's so important. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. Just short of it, a little bit over. A little bit over feels better to everyone. Offensive line, running back, team totals. Just something magical about breaking that barrier.
Yeah, he's right there on the doorstep now. On second down now, Rutledge. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On third down, Burrow. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
107 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. On second down, it's Atkins, and he'll go down at the 28. 7 yards there and a first down. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Atkins. Oh, great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Cincinnati, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from Southern California.